It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And this one features the Ravens, reigning league MVP. No one's been busier this season as he currently paces the NFL in receptions.
The Ravens offense ready to roll. They come in leading the AFC North. Jackson looking to throw right away. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Ramirez. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Jackson from the shotgun. Over the middle, complete. That's Ramirez. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Jackson. He finds his man complete. It's Ramirez. And they'll get this down to the 10. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. Here's Jackson. And in for the Ravens touchdown. From 10 yards out. And the Ravens are on the board first here this afternoon. Well, these guys scored touchdown after touchdown in that win a week ago. So how do they come out this week? Same way. They've got that momentum going, a touchdown on the opening drive.
I think it's safe to say that they're in a groove, isn't it? I mean, a lot of times we've seen where teams have scored a ton of points the week before. The very next week struggle to score almost as if they used it all up. Not in this case. This group appears locked in.
And we're going to have to make some adjustments if you're on the other side of that football. Now Jackson. That's taken in by Duvernay. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a second down and 2 coming up. Jackson now. Throw caught by Flowers. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
From the gun, Jackson. He finds his man complete. It's Ramirez. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. So first and 10 now from the 30. To throw again is Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Ramirez. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards. From the gun, it's Jackson. And that incompletion breaks a string of 5 straight connections. And it's second down. Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens are able to add on to that lead. What a first half he is compiling here. He's already over 100 yards receiving and now 2 touchdowns, CD.
Brandon, you know I don't like to play the game where you start projecting when you're at a certain point. But let's face it, he's off to a tremendous start. So 200 yards, 4 touchdowns. I don't think anything's out of the question right now. He's blowing up coverages.
Ravens offense and their big play wideout getting ready to get back to work. And as we hit the home stretch here, you can see he leads all NFL wideouts in touchdown grabs this season. Now Jackson back into his end zone. Over the middle, complete. That's Ramirez. And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. This pass complete to Rucker. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down. Now it's Jackson. He finds his man, complete. It's Ramirez. Now he's into the clear again. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Ravens are able to extend their lead. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big streak like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. Throwing is Jackson. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Only able to gain a couple there, and that will bring up second down. Here's Jackson to throw. Throw left side, complete. That's Ramirez. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. To throw is Jackson. He finds his man, complete. That's Ramirez. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. Now it's Jackson. That's into the hands of Flowers over the middle. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Here's a 2nd and 5. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 20-yard line. We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the fourth. Again, he'll drop to throw. Connection made to Ruckert. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's second down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minute.
Touchdown! A 16-yard touchdown. And the Ravens are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
If you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dab. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. And from the 42 now, here's 2nd and 2. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Ramirez. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A gain there of 21 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back to throw. Jackson got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Are you kidding me? No movement here, guys. Shut it down. Get on the
They'll look to throw again. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. From 8 yards out. And the Ravens stretch this fourth quarter lead even further, and they are closing in on win number 12 of the season. And you wonder now if he might be able to remove the helmet, put on the baseball cap, and watch the rest of this one from the sideline. His 5th touchdown pass of the game.
Say that again. Did you say 5th touchdown pass of the game?
Yes, sir.
But that's a heck of a performance, isn't it? Because they've had no answer for him at all game long. Receivers have been open constantly, and he hasn't missed a single one of them.
The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the fourth.
Hey, Alpha, sit hot.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Over the middle, complete. It's Ramirez. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Well, this game, it was well in hand early, never really in doubt. Charles, you and I do so many games together. There's so much parity in the NFL, a lot of close battles. This was not one. Tip your cap to them for a really impressive effort.
Yeah, and as the game went on, I think the defense kind of got together and said, you see our guys on offense, they're just putting up point after
Who's up for some victory tacos?
It's the NFL on EA Sports. And this one features the Ravens, reigning league MVP. And with him, any catch could be a big one. He's the NFL leader in touchdown reception.
The Ravens offense set to get going. Warriors are 2 straight coming in. And the focal point of the offense, as it's been all year, is this man, the wide receiver. And you wonder, what can he do for an encore, Charles, after the numbers that he put up a week ago?
That's a great question because not only was he the talk of the NFL, he's talking the entire football world. You have little kids out there begging their parents for his jersey, wanting to be him, and put up those kind of numbers in the backyard. Now, look, I don't think he'll approach what he did last week, but 6 for over 100 yards, I think that's well within reach.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. They also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws that quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. It takes 2 to tango. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. So a big pickup that time, and Charles, defending AFC Player of the Week, maybe bucking towards another award this week.
Yeah, and they say they don't really care about the individual awards. You and I both know
They do.
It means a lot to them. It means respect around the league. And if he's able to show those kind of hands all game long, he can win a second one.
And they'll get this down to the 10. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Again, Jackson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. That's good for a gain of 6, second and goal. Back to throw again. And they're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So pass interference, the call is so tough as a defender, I'd imagine, to time that up perfectly.
It certainly is difficult to get it exactly right because sometimes you're looking at getting there a fraction.
Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Ravens will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Right here, one time.
Throwing to start the drive. Jackson, he finds his man, complete. That's Ramirez. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Ramirez.
Ridiculous, take him out. Together, defense.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Operating from the gun. Jackson over the middle, complete. It's Ramirez. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. And Jackson throwing once more. And it's caught. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Brevin Jordan, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Here's Jackson throwing to start the drive. He finds his man, complete. It's Ramirez. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. A very solid gain of 27. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. Second and a couple. Looking to throw. Jackson. And he fires one incomplete. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now. That's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
Pay for this. What are you guys doing? This is like watching paint dry. Play some defense out there, boys.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a first and 10 at the 39-yard line. Jackson will throw again. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll make it second down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Two minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. To throw again on second down. Jackson, he finds his man, complete. It's Ramirez. They'll look to throw now on first down. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Jackson. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Well, this defense just has not been able to keep him under wraps. That's now 10 catches for him in the ball game. Here's first and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great effort there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball, or are we cool to do it here in football, partner?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about
Visitors offense and their wideout getting set to go once more. And as we near the conclusion of the regular season, nobody has surpassed the amount of receptions that he has put up to this point. Here's Jackson. He finds his man, complete. That's Ramirez. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The 20. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on first and 10. And in for the Ravens touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Ravens have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case,
offense making its way back out, led by their wide receiver. And he's been a tough guy to contain this year, and his numbers reflect that, as you can see right here. Jackson from the shotgun. He finds his man, complete. It's Ramirez. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. Now Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Ramirez. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards. Jackson now. He finds his man complete. It's Ramirez. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Boy, he's moving right up the career leaderboard. Last catch tied him with Chris Carter. This one ties him with Hall of Famer Marvin Harrison.
So can he go ahead and prepare his speech right now for whatever date he's going to be inducted?
Want the measurements for the jacket?
Measurements for the jacket, what are the details for the weekend, how many people...
Touchdown! From 10 yards out. And the Ravens are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. Now, that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a two-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that could win the game for us.
The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all three timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Ramirez. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. From the gun, Jackson. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. To throw again on second down. Jackson, he finds his man, complete. That's Ramirez. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So no shortage of offense in this game, but a very clean game too, Charles. Each side got its points, but they did so without committing a single turnover.
That's so true, and it certainly felt like NFL football at its finest, right? You talk about the highest level from both of these offenses. Neither one of them afraid of taking risks, and both of them aggressively pushing it downfield. I did like, Brandon, how smart they were about going about their business.